Okay, so anybody here have a YouTube channel? You do, Janelle. Yay. And you've got videos there and yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, you're probably going to see a lot of things that you already know about. Maybe you'll learn a few things extra tonight. Um, I'm going to be doing a lot of screen share, so if you have questions, just speak up. Don't hesitate. I have put in the chat. I told Donna this. I have put in the chat my name and phone number and email address, and I have a storytelling workshop on Zoom on second Tuesdays every month, and we've been doing it here since 2012. And excuse me if I'm repeating myself, if y'all already heard this. And then I have social media office hours, and I work with just about everything like Twitter, uh, Vimeo, Instagram, Messenger. I've actually got I did the classes on Instagram and Messenger, Facebook Messenger, and those videos are embedded on you have to have a link. You have to know the link to actually see them because it's a North Carolina Storytelling Guild benefit. So I will send y'all the link for the videos that I already have up on Messenger and on Instagram. And then I'll also be posting the Facebook. I downloaded that this afternoon, the Facebook class that I taught on Tuesday, and tonight's class on YouTube. I am recording. I always forget to turn the record button on, but I actually remembered to do that tonight. And they were also, I'm going to have I have made screenshots of all of the things that I'm going to be talking about tonight. So I'm going to be sending out a PDF of the screenshots with like the little directions, things highlighted in red, the button that you need to press or whatever. So step by step, it'll take you through what I'm talking about. So don't worry about writing copious notes. If you get deep in the weeds, please speak up. We'll try to explain it. And we'll also try to move along fairly fast because it's like the faster you talk, the more you get in your brain before you get tired.
And I would like to say that I had young students who were like 5th grade in my art club who had YouTube channels, and I'm going, how did you do that?
Yeah. And unlike Facebook, I think you have to be 14 to have an account. YouTube, all you have to have is a Gmail address. So, and
I already do.
Yeah, and Gmail addresses are free. There's no charge for them. You'd have to put up. I think you have to put up another email address sort of as a backup. It's like I have a Yahoo address from beginning of time, and when dinosaurs roamed the earth before, I wasn't actually an alpha tester for YouTube. That's how long I've been on the internet. I was on the internet before it was called the internet. So I worked at the Health Sciences Library in Chapel Hill, and so that was
the World Wide Web.
And on the www, the World Wide Web. Remember, every single address started with www, and it's amazing. That's one of the things that has been consistent throughout the whole thing. www. So, but anyway, so on the chat is my contact info, the details about the social media, office hours, and the Bynum workshop. And I can't remember what else I put up there. But anyway, you can look at the chat. Oh, if y'all get
it doesn't show.
It doesn't?
Nope, I don't see it on the chat.
Let me just.
It just says workshop 2nd Tuesdays, 4th Tuesdays, school.
Scroll up. Scroll up.
On this Zoom chat.
This is on the Zoom chat. Yes, ma'am.
It's empty.
No, I don't see anything either.
Okay, maybe it's because y'all weren't here when I typed it.
Mine says workshop 2nd Tuesday and 4th Tuesday social media. That's all.
Your safety.
There you go. It should show up now. I think it must have been. It must have been because there was some stuff that I typed in before y'all got here. So
all right.
Well, Okay, but and if when y'all while y'all are in there, please put your email address in there. So I mean, I know Sylvia's and I can't remember who else's I have, but anyway, put your email address there so I can make sure I'll send you a notification when I get all this videos posted. So I forgot to do that Tuesday night. So while y'all do that, I'm going to run to the restroom very fast and grab a water, and I'll be right back. Excuse me. You go 100. I can say this to all you ladies: you go 100 times a day, and when you need to do something important, first thing you have to do is go to the restroom.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's true.
we're not going to share that information with all the board.
And Sylvia, today I went to Canute Rary's swap shop, story swap. That was really neat. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, great, great.
Yeah.
Okay, and
We all just, several of us told stories and we gave each other feedback, and it was just very cool.
great. That sounds fun. I've never been to an afternoon program that he, sponsors, but
Yeah, it's at
I've
2
been to
o'clock on
some of-
Thursdays. But,
right.
Yeah,
And
he used to do that at the library in Hayesville before COVID. And so after COVID started, and it was once a month. And then after COVID came, then he started doing it. And that's how I got started going. And I've been too busy with other projects to join in. But I'm glad now with Zoom, it's depending on what's he going to do, because it was nice having it be live in the library. But that was only once a month.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
so
I have a feeling he'll keep it going.
it says you're Henry, and I know that's wrong.
That's since I had the workshop, and I have to always rename myself. I haven't signed out, I think is what the problem is.
Uh-huh.
And I want to, can you hear,
I
can
remember
you
it
hear,
said that the last time.
can you hear, can you hear noise in the background as I'm talking to you right now?
I hear somebody
Yes.
talking.
Like
Okay, that's what I thought.
sort of like there's a TV on or something.
Yeah, that's why I'm staying muted, because my friend is watching a show. Okay,
Okay.
thanks.
I just wanted to speak to Janelle. Hi, Janelle. Great to
Hi,
see you.
Sylvia. Nice to be seen.
Yeah, great.
I'm
great.
so happy y'all are here. This is I was Sylvia. We didn't send the reminder out again today. I told them I didn't want to spam them twice this week.
Yeah,
but,
and I've had at least 3 people to tell me they have other responsibilities and couldn't attend either one of them. So
Well,
that's life, it's.
I've got the video downloaded from Tuesday, and I'll be posting that up. And
Okay.
And I've got the recording on for tonight. And let me, speaking of which, I need to turn on one more camera here. Hold on.
Okay.
Just making a backup recording with it's like I've got my cell phone, my real live cell phone on Zoom in case the laptop goes down. I've got a recording with an iPhone going in case the recording doesn't take. So all fingers crossed, we got all of our backup plans in place.
You're more of a whiz than I am. I know that.
Oh, we decided on March 8th of 2020 that we were going to go live. I had a in-person storytelling class planned. And on March 8th, that was Thursday, we decided that we were going to do it live streaming. We'd never done live streaming. And so that was Thursday night at 9 o'clock. Saturday at 6:30, we went live on Facebook with one iPhone with unlimited data and 2 LED lamps from my house that I had bought at the Dollar Tree. That was our lighting. That was our stage lighting, was two lamps from the Dollar Tree. And we were on for 2 hours. We told stories the whole time, no audience and no audience in the building, just the storytellers, and we were all keeping 6 feet away from each other. And by the time we were done at the end of 2 hours, we'd had 400 views. Actually, I think it was 400.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Ooh.
we sort of sat down and pinched ourselves and said, maybe we're on to something here.
Mhm.
So
My
and
first-
you know what? That show's not bad. I went back and watched it last week. It's not a bad show at all. I was like, we didn't do. It was actually better than some of our later shows. Whole lot better. We had no idea what we were doing and had one iPhone and two Dollar Tree lamps. So it just goes to show you, even dumb, stupid luck it'll turn out perfect sometimes. All righty, so let me go into the screen share mode. Like I said, please don't hesitate to speak up or ask for help or say, I don't know where you're at. So turn that on. I hate to turn y'all's faces off. I just love looking at you. Okay.
That has been a boon of Zoom.
Yeah. All right. So, oh, good. I am still seeing your faces. Good. I might have to put you over to the side if it gets in the way, but that's where we're at. Okay. This is my personal YouTube channel, and if you notice that I've got what's called a premium channel, that's because I have Google Drive and I pay for extra storage with Google Drive. It's that is sort of a package deal. It's only, if you don't quote me on this, but I believe it's only about $20 a year. And they give you premium access on YouTube, and then you don't have to watch commercials on YouTube. And you also get YouTube music, and you get like a lot of stuff with YouTube, like edit rights and analytical information. And so if you use Google Drive and you need more space, don't hesitate to get it, because it's a bargain. It's a bargain. It may be $19 a month, but I believe it's $19 a year. Dropbox is way more expensive, and you don't get any of that extra stuff. I have both. I have Dropbox and Google because I work with people that use both of those, so I sort of have to have both of those. But I highly recommend getting the Google Drive Premium.
Cynthia,
Yes.
at the end of the year, not the end of the school year, but the end of last year, I was a substitute teacher for a woman who's having her baby, and she wanted a real art teacher. So I did a long-term sub job, and I had never before tried Google Drive. I kept seeing things about it, and I'm scared to death of clicking on anything. But I had to use it for that job, and now I know how it works. Oh, not everything about it, but I know. I was like, yay!
I highly recommend it. And I mean, if you've used Windows or a Macintosh, either one with the folders, it's the same principle.
Yeah.
It's just like another, it's just like an extension of your laptop's hard drive. The great thing about it is you can get to it anywhere. You can get to it with your cell phone. You can get to it on a library computer, or you can get to it on your friend's computer if you're visiting their house and need to give them something. And you can also share files across it. Anytime y'all want me to teach a class on anything like that, like the Google Drive or the Dropbox or Twitter or Twitch or whatever, just let me know and I'll work up a class for it. It's no problem. Like I said, I've been on computers since before the internet was called the internet, so I'm just not afraid of anything. There's always unlike life, there is an undo button. and most of the time, even if you delete something, you can bring it back. But there's there's things. But when you first go into YouTube, thank you. It's taking me a second there.
I love it.
You get, let me get this up here. Switch. Hold on, I'm gonna switch here.
I love that song.
I know. I was playing that earlier, and in the middle of it, my mom called me. So this is the YouTube that most people know. You go and you watch videos, or you learn how to, you learn how to cook something that you don't know, or you learn how to. A friend of mine last week figured out how to change the light bulb in her LED TV that went out.
Oh.
Going, heavens to Betsy. I'm waiting for the YouTube video that tells you how to clean your own teeth or something, or
We
how to do
learned how to make the buzzer on our new dryer not buzz anymore because it was obnoxious.
Oh yeah, there's probably there is a YouTube for that. I'm sure there is. There was one on my washing machine, how to clean the filter, because I didn't know I couldn't figure out how to get the filter out. And so I looked up my washing machine model, and guess what? There's a YouTube about that. So anyway, so I listen to music a lot on YouTube. I just turn it on and let it loop, and it does a little playlist, and I don't even worry about it. So, excuse me just a second here. So let's go over, and this is my other account. I have several accounts. I have Cynthia Raxter and I have Cindy Raxter, because people look for me under both names. And so Cynthia Raxter on YouTube is less developed, let's say. So that's why I've got her up today, because this looks more like what your account looks like if you're just coming in to YouTube, okay? If you're just starting. And let me actually go back to, there you go. There is this is the video link that I put in the, are y'all seeing my screen okay? Is everything okay?
I'm still seeing the Eurythmics.
Oh, are you?
Mhm.
Okay, hold on just a second. Oh, it says resume share. Okay, hold on. Oh, I get it, I get it. I have to do a new share. There we are. Okay. All right. Now, can you
Nope.
see a getting started on YouTube video?
No, still the Eurythmics.
Still on, yeah. Says we're viewing your social media screen.
How about are you getting a screen at all that says Creator Academy?
No, right now.
No, it's still the.
There it
Okay,
is.
here's the one.
Okay.
Academy.
Okay. All right. That's the
Alright.
video link that I put up for you. And I'm going to close the window here. That's a video link that I put up for you. And this is very, 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 very helpful. That's what the video link that I put in the chat. Okay. And it's a series of just 4 little quick videos. And they sort of just, describe how to load up a video, how to, put the title in, things like that. How to customize your channel, and your channel is your page. Like on Facebook, if you've got your about page where you say where you went to school and what your what your favorite movies are. That's sort of the same thing with YouTube, but it's more, it's like the videos, materials that you have. So that's your channel. And then they have an introduction to policies and guidelines. And since most of y'all are very aware of copyright issues, you probably don't even need to worry about that listening to lesson 4. But it just says that YouTube, you can't put up pornographic materials, you can't put up things that are seditiously violent, or bullying or racist. They do monitor the account. And if you come across something where somebody has made a copyright violation, there's a lot of people that will take videos that Mr. Joe, next door neighbor, has posted about mowing grass or how to fix his lawnmower. And then there'll be this other guy called Mr. Hardware that's got like 5,000 million viewers. And he'll take Mr. Joe, next door neighbor's video and put it on his, Mr. Hardware's channel. And he'll say, oh, well, I gave Mr. Next Door Neighbor credit. I said, this is from Mr. Next Door Neighbor, who's got like 50 viewers. But he's not creating his own, Mr. Hardware is not creating his own content. He's taking someone else's and putting it out as even though he's given them credit, is not permission, as y'all well knows, if you're a librarian. Credit is not permission.
Right.
If you're using somebody else's material, you need to ask permission. And so that's that's true for YouTube, or that's true for stories. Y'all are well aware of this subject. So anyway, but the first three are very, very, very helpful. Welcome to YouTube, YouTube Basics, and Brand Your Channel. And that's the and this little girl's very perky, and she's very cute. And she will make you feel better if you watch her for a little while. She does makeup and hair videos. I'm gonna have to maybe, do something with my hair. It's like we're not in the I've had like the past for COVID because my hair's been such a mess. I haven't been to a hairdresser since January of last year. But I figure I'm gonna have to do something with my hair now since we're past the COVID restrictions. So I was watching this going, well, maybe I'll make my hair purple like hers. All right. So I just wanted to the first thing that you'll come to is you can actually go, you have to have a Gmail email address, okay? And you will have what's called a default channel, excuse me, just a second here to get this little thing out of the way. You'll have what's called a default channel, and that's just under your email address. Or you can actually go and get that there. Is that going to go back? Okay. And this is the channel customizations. Okay. And this is how you define how your channel looks. Okay. And there's channel trailer for people who haven't subscribed. This is where I recommend that you put a little quick 2 or 5 minute story up saying, hi, I'm Cindy Raxter. I'm a storyteller in Chatham County, North Carolina. Please subscribe to my channel. I have funny stories about dogs, cats, growing up on a farm. Sometimes I tell serious stories about true life and things that I've learned lessons from. Please join me. Thank you. And that's all you have to do. It's just that, do a little channel trailer. At any point in time, if you've got a cell phone, you've got a camera. You don't have to worry about buying like an 800 DSLR camera, or a Nikon or a Canon camera. If you've got a cell phone, you have got a good quality digital camera in your possession. You can also use the camera I'm using tonight for Zoom, this main window that you're looking at right here. That is just the standard webcam that's on my laptop. It's not any kind of extra special webcam. You can't, if you look at our Bynum Front Porch or my personal web channel, any of the videos posted there were filmed using an iPhone or a Samsung Galaxy. So they were not filmed with a Nikon or a Canon or any kind of special Sony camera, anything like that. They were filmed with an iPhone or a Galaxy telephone.
And I've been watching Zooms a lot and realizing that most people have a more high definition camera in their laptop. Mine isn't quite as high def, which is why I come out kind of grainy.
Yeah.
And my phone, which is a Galaxy, it's got a much better quality camera.
Yeah.
And excuse me, someone was talking about webcams that you can plug into your laptop if your camera isn't very high def. Is that another option?
Yes, it is. But I highly recommend that if you're making videos, I highly recommend that you use a Samsung Galaxy, or basically any. I've got any kind of smartphone.
Okay.
I've got a highway. I went about a couple of years ago. I had a beautiful Samsung S6 and I wore it to the pool. I stuck it in my bathing suit because I had my hands full of stuff that I was taking to the pool. And then I forgot to take it out when I got to the pool. And Samsungs are what they call splash proof, and they're good for like 30 minutes in water. They're not good if you stay in the pool for 4 hours playing with your nephews. So I ruined my Samsung in the pool for 4 hours, and I didn't even realize it was still in my bathing suit till I got out of the swimming pool and went to the restroom and took my bathing suit off, and it fell out on the bathroom floor. So my brother gave me a track phone that was a Highway, which is one of those Chinese brand phones that were banned by Trump. And so I had like a $25 Highway for about a year until my contract ran out and I could buy a new phone. And because I was still paying for the one that went swimming. Anyway, the Highway has actually got, and it was a $25 track phone that my brother gave me that was about 2 years old. And it has better camera on it than most of the cell phones that they're selling today that I've seen. That, anyway, so you don't have to have a very expensive phone at all to have a good camera.
Okay.
The number of megapixels is what's important. I think the Galaxies have about 18 megapixels. The iPhones have like 24. And there's hardly that means you can make a poster size picture and it won't be grainy. So,
Okay.
So the first thing we're going to do, if you'll we'll go over here. But I'm just showing you what this looks like if you don't have anything up there, okay? If you don't have this, if you're getting started, starting up new, this is what it looks like. And the first thing you can do is upload a video. And here you can just pull, if you have your, like an SD card from your camera, or if you have your iPhone or your Samsung plugged into a USB drive on your laptop or on your home computer, you can just go right straight to that. It's like, this is my desktop. You can go straight to that and pick up a video that's sitting there on the hard drive or on the phone or on the SD card from your camera, or actually on your camera that's plugged in, and say, that's what I want to, let me pull this over to the side here, hold on. That's what I want to upload. It's called Wardrobe Review. And I recorded this 2 years ago. My birthday's next week. I recorded it almost exactly 2 years ago. Sam Pearsall at the Roadhouse, Pittsburgh Roadhouse, gave me a one-woman show for my birthday. It was the best birthday present I think I've ever had. And so I told stories for 2 hours to a captive audience in the Pittsburgh Roadhouse restaurant. And okay. And so this is going to come up and it will give you the option to set your title to whatever you want to be. You can use up to 100 characters. Right now with this one, I'm using 17 out of 100. I recommend that you stay under, say, 30 characters, because anything beyond that in the display on YouTube is probably going to be cut off, and people are not, whatever you write is not going to be shown. So, and the same thing with your description. This description just needs to be very succinct. Okay. Y'all have to promise me that you'll go listen to this story.
I want to.
And so it's working on this and it's thinking, and since we don't have the video's in the process of uploading now. You see we're at 7%. There's 19 minutes left. You basically just kind of need to leave this tab, this browser window open. I'm using Google Chrome on this one. And so, and then you pick, once they'll get this thumbnail, they're going to put a default image from your video there. This is like that little bitty billboard, that says, this is the video that you want to watch, or you're looking for a video about how to change the oil in the car. You'll see a title on a little bitty tiny video, a little bitty tiny billboard on YouTube that says how to change the oil in your car video in 20 minutes or less. And so the thumbnail is that tiny little bitty picture that's the size of your thumb that they use to advertise videos on YouTube. So it's important that your thumbnail is clear and that it's appropriate for the subject of the video. We do not have an option right now to choose one. We could upload a photo if we wanted to, just like we uploaded that video. Just pull it off your hard drive, wherever that hard drive is. But we're going to move along now because the video is not uploaded, so we don't have an option of a thumbnail yet. Playlist. This channel does not have any playlist. And if we want to, we can create one. And this is, it's a very generic playlist, but this is also a very powerful word, storytelling. Because people are looking for storytelling. Okay. And so that's a powerful word. And that is a playlist. That is a collection of videos on one subject. And I will show you some more playlists in just a few minutes that are more than developed than this one. Okay. Whoops. Playlists are very, very handy because when somebody looks at one video, it immediately in the next video coming up it will offer that. If that video is in a playlist, it will offer the rest of those videos that are coming from your channel. And you can also have, like if I had a Roadhouse Storytellers channel or a playlist, or if I had a North Carolina Storytelling Guild playlist, anytime I came across a video that was made by a North Carolina Storytelling Guild member, I could add it to that playlist. So once somebody finds one of your videos, like they found a video by Willa Brigham, it would say, oh, this video is in a playlist for Cynthia Raxter's channel with North Carolina Storytelling Guild Storytellers. And so it would send them down that rabbit hole of North Carolina storytellers telling stories, which is a good rabbit hole to be in.
Yeah.
I forgot to hit save. That's my big deal, is I just keep moving and I forget to hit save sometimes. And I can't spell very good. So,
So for this one,
and also the other thing, like I told y'all I have these videos about Facebook and Messenger and YouTube that I'm going to put up, and they're private so that only North Carolina Storytelling members will know they're there. Okay. But this one about storytelling, we're going to make sure it's public.
Cindy,
Yes.
I use the private feature as a way of archiving my repertoire. So like, when you have a story that you've told in the past and you want to brush it up, then it's there and I can hear how I did it before and kind of refresh my memory. But it's not there for everyone to see. It's
right. And you can set them to private. And I've got a lot of my stand-up routines. They were just like, I was working on them. They were fairly early on, but I keep them on that private playlist because if I'm ever getting ready to do that set again, I can go through it and listen to it and evaluate it and go, oh, I forgot that part. It's like a self workshop, that's a very handy tool. And I probably have I'm thinking over, last time I think I counted, I had 170 stories, different versions that I tell. And uh, it's, it's really good to be able to just pull one up and go, okay, yeah, that was the main point. I don't remember, I don't want to forget that one, So, and most of these are not, this 170 something or 100, probably 190, maybe 200 stories now that I tell. They're not written, most of them are not written down anywhere, but I do have most of them on video, and I've got them saved, and they're private for that exact same reason. Okay, but okay. All right. And you want to, YouTube is very, 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 very protective of children. If you listen to that chapter number 4, that girl that had purple hair, that chapter number 4 is talking about, things that are not, you can't post videos that are, seditiously violent or whatever. They're very, 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 very protective of children. If you make a video for kids, it has no advertisement on it. It has no links to other videos that are not made for kids. So kids can get a hold of their mom's phone, and they can sit there for hours and just watch video after video after video, while they sit in the back of the minivan and are on their way to the beach. And their mom doesn't have to worry that they're going to get down a rabbit hole and see things that they shouldn't be seeing. Okay. And also you can put actually age restrictions if you want to. I don't worry about that because I don't, even videos that I have for kids, I say that they're not, because I feel my videos are my stories are multi-generational, let's put it that way. And also, unless you have got like 1,000 viewers on YouTube, you generally don't have paid promotions. Okay. One thing that is very, very, very handy is tags, and this is you'll hear the word hashtags, and if you want an in-depth discussion on hashtags and what they are and the purpose are, watch the Instagram video that from where I taught this class about a month ago. Hashtags, if y'all were librarians, it's equal to the National Library of Medicine or the Library of Congress subject headings. There's like a standardized subject heading for, say I worked in the health sciences library. It's always my example. If you go look for breast cancer, if you go to National Library of Medicine and you look for breast cancer, you're going to get all manner of entries about breast cancer. But maybe you're going to get, diet, nutrition, drugs, procedures, stories about people that have had breast cancer, things about the Breast Cancer Foundation, the fundraising. You're going to get a lot of stuff. So if you want information about breast cancer treatments, you want to put in neoplasms, breast, space treatments. That's the National Library of Medicine official subject heading. And hashtags are not regulated that as tightly as the National Library of Medicine's subject headings or the Library of Congress's subject headings. But there's, like I said, keywords, which are story. Whoops. You put a comma between each one. Story, storytelling. And also I put tags in there from about where I'm at. Chatham County, North Carolina. South. Okay. Country. Because I'm a country girl. What's another good one? Oh no, I was gonna say underwear, but that's actually kind of a dangerous hashtag. I don't want anybody looking up this story because I talk about my underwear. So I'm gonna pass on putting the tag underwear up there. Maybe in another day and another time. Oh, let's see, how about clothing? Fashion. See, that's a key word there, fashion. Shoes. Okay. That's the subjects that I'm talking about in that story. Okay. And the video language, which is self-explanatory. YouTube generates automatic, if you let them, they will generate automatic captions. And I have found that their captions are pretty accurate. Even with me speaking my southern brand of English, they were southern mountain brand of English. They're very, very accurate in my book. And I also put in there the date and location. And this was June 12th. I just happen to know that. 2019. Okay. And that just gives people a point of reference. And I also put in there the location where it was filmed. Okay. And you notice how as I type things, it's sort of offering me stuff. Okay. And y'all can investigate the standard YouTube license some more if you would like. I don't worry about it. I just keep going. I figure whatever YouTube has got going is fine with me. Basically, YouTube's licenses is if somebody's post this, it's copyrighted, it belongs to them, and you're not supposed to be copying it and using it as your own. You do want to allow embedding. So I could take this a window box of just this video. You know, when you go to CNN web page or a CBS News web page, there'll be the video at the top of the page, and then there'll be the text of the article below it. Or if you go to a TV site's web page, there's a video of the weather map and the weatherman giving the weather, and then right below that is some text about what the weather's going to be for today. To put a YouTube video on a website, you have to allow embedding. You want to allow embedding, okay? And you want to also publish it to subscription feeds and notify subscribers. So if anybody is following your channel, when you post a new video, it's going to send them a little heads up saying, hey, I've got Cindy Rexer's got a new video out, okay? And also, the subscribers specify what notifications they want. Like I have on my phone from 11 p.m. to 9 a.m. I have it on Do Not Disturb because I don't want notifications. I don't want my phone dinging all night and waking me up. So subscribers specify notifications. If somebody says, stop sending me notifications, I'm saying, let me see your phone and let me fix your notifications so you won't get them. You know, because it's tailored. Each person has their own settings for their notifications. So, and I allow people to sample this content, which means that they could take a snippet out. I think it's about a 10-second snippet that they can take out. I allow people to do that. You may or may not want to, okay? And this category, this is—
Why would they do that, Cindy? Why would they take a 10-second?
If somebody, actually, usually it's a compilation video. Like I have a video about Vine and Front Porch storytelling that's about 30 seconds long, and I use it for an ad on Facebook. We don't do a lot of advertising on Facebook, but we do some at like the beginning of our storytelling season in September. So I have a 30-second ad, and I could take a 10-second snippet or a 5-second snippet of me saying, with a video of me with my hands on my hips saying land of Goshen's, or somebody else going, well, you know, then the snake went under the seat and I'm driving down the highway, and or some, you know, just a snippet of, it's like an advertisement. You know, that would be one use of it. Okay. You can also, you know, grant people, if somebody wants to use some of your material, you can make them ask you permission to use it. I just assume if they're taking a 10-second snippet, it's okay. They can have it. Yeah. Okay. And this is the people in blogs. This I always call, let's see, it's different in different places. On Facebook, there's not a category for storytelling. It's what kind of event it is. There's not a category for storytelling. So I put it under theater because I feel storytelling is more like a one-person theater than it is like stand-up comedy.
Mhm.
You
I
can,
agree.
and so, but for on YouTube, the choice is the very, very descriptive entertainment. That's really, you know, it's not what I would like. Even on Facebook, they give you the option of art and entertainment. YouTube, you just have a choice of entertainment or comedy, and
Mhm.
I don't think they have like or the other thing you could do is like promote motivational speaking. That's another category on Facebook. People in blogs, if you're a speaker, I guess you would have to put people in blogs. I don't know. I always put storytelling under entertainment on YouTube.
Okay.
And this is very important. This is for your comments. If somebody comments on your, you can block comments so people can't comment on your video. You can make it so that you have to look at every single comment before. Very, very few people comment on my stuff. Even with the Binding Front Porch, we've probably got 100 videos out there, and I can't even tell you how many views we've got, probably over 1,000 views on the different videos. Most people don't comment, they just watch and go on. I know that they're watching because there's statistics on that, but most of them, number one, don't subscribe, and number two, they don't comment. Allow all comments is a little dangerous because I've had people not put anything inappropriate there, like, a bad, dirty joke or something like that. But I have had people spam, like say, go to this website and buy sunglasses. So I say hold potentially inappropriate material. And also, I always like to sort by newest. So if there is 10 or 20 comments on a video, I'm always seeing, if there's a new comment on a video, I see it at the top of the list. Okay. So, like I said, I've got screenshots of all this stuff. So, I'm just walking through it pretty fast. All right. So this page is ready for me to move on. We've got the title, we've got a description, we've got our hashtags on there. We still don't have a thumbnail yet, but we'll get that later when it finishes uploading. And it's actually almost done. Okay, so then we click on the next button. And this is also information that we will do later after the video has loaded. Actually, I think they probably already got us, but I've got a video already up on the I've got a video up on my other channel that I'm going to put this information on. So we're just going to skip beyond this video elements screen, and also checks. This is YouTube looks at every single video that you post. Like I have some videos where I've got music, and it tells us even when it's the singer that is singing the music that he wrote, like Michael Reno Harrell. I used one of his videos, and he was singing one of his original songs, and he had given me permission to use that video and that song. And so even when I posted a storytelling show with the Michael Reno Harrell video embedded in the middle of the 2 hours with him singing his own songs, YouTube told me that there was a copyright claim. Because there's a copyright claim does not mean that they're going to shut me down. But if somebody comes along and says, hey, you used my song without asking my permission, they might.
I've seen that before where somebody told me to go watch a video that I would love, And I get on there and it says, this video is no longer available. It could be that the owner has decided they don't want it on here.
Yeah, you will see that sometimes. And like I said, that Mr. Hardware that has stolen the next door neighbor's video about how to work on a lawnmower. If the next door neighbor complains, YouTube, it might take them 3 or 4 days, but they will go out there and they will look at it and they'll go, yep, that's right. This,
Wow.
you know, the next door neighbor posted this video on March 12th. This Mr. Hardware posted his video with the repair on May 29th. The March 12th is earliest. The next door neighbor wins. And so they will take it down. They don't ask you permission, they just take it down. But basically, if you use a small snippet of a song, or you use, I send people even, I send the music publisher an email and I document it and I save it because I am, you know, doing work for Bynum Front Porch, not just Cynthia Raxter. I send the publisher of music an email, and they have all of them have an email posted saying, submit copyright questions here or permission questions here. And so I send and I say, if you don't let me know by the end of this month that I can't use this video, I'm going to use this video. And it's basically if you don't answer, I'm accepting.
You're accepting what I'm doing.
You're accepting what I'm proposing. And that's the kind of email that they want. So and I've got and I save documentation of that. If you're using someone else's story, I very much recommend that you do that. Go to the publisher, go to the artist directly if it's an unpublished work, and say, I would like to tell this story and I'm going to post the video on YouTube. Is that fine? I'm not making money off this. Or if I am making money off this, I will pay you a commission. Let me know what it is. You know. So anyway, so it's just is by default, I ask for their permission. All right. So, but this one that I told is an original story. It's all mine, and there's no copyright claim on it. I'd have to put my own copyright claim on it. And the same thing here. We have like where we have private. We can make it private so only I can see it. We can have it unlisted so only people that you send the link to can watch it. This is very helpful if you're collaborating with someone because you could post things back and forth 2 or 3 times and keep it unlisted so they have to have the video. It also is not indexed by Google or any of the search engines. So if it's unlisted, it's unlisted and public, which we want to do. We want to set, and this set as an instant premiere. This will send a message to all my subscribers saying Cynthia Raxter has got a new video. You can go watch it right now, and it's really hot. So
Cool.
So I highly recommend that you go public and set as instant premiere or if you're going public, set it as an instant premiere because you get a little bit more oomph from the YouTube for that. So, okay. And then you've got, of course, your link that if you need to copy it, you can email it out to all your friends, or you can go over to your website or your blog and you can insert that link into your website, or share it on Facebook or wherever you need to. Okay. And ta-da! Cindy Raxter has a video up. And it makes it very, very easy for you. So you can, just share away right here from the screen. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know what some of these are. I've never heard of Skyrock. I've heard of LinkedIn, Tumblr, Blog, or Pinterest. That must be something in Russian. Don't ask me what language that's in. Reddit, I've heard of that. So anyway, so there you are. And with that, my video, Cynthia Raxter channel has, my alternative ego has her own video up there. Yay! And not only does she have a video, but she's got a playlist too. So let's go back over to so I'm just checking these here. I wanted to show y'all some more about playlists. This is the Bynum Front Porch. This is the store where I'm at right now. And this is one of our, y'all can still see my screen, correct? with the vine in front porch on it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. This is my featured video. This is one of our board members passed away just about not quite 2 weeks ago. And so we featured, he was a famous bluegrass musician in the area. And so we have featured, this is his last performance. And he's if you've ever heard of Pinecone, he's a well-known Pinecone performer. And so we featured his video, and I'm really glad to have that little spot there. For a few days, we actually had our profile picture set as his face. And I think actually I missed that part. Make sure that you add a profile picture, and make sure that you add a cover photo, or I think they may call it a banner photo. And that is
Can that be
under,
any photo you have of you performing or something like that?
yeah, you want to make sure, again, you want to make sure it's clear.
Mhm.
Let's see. Yeah, there we are. If this button up here, if you could just go to your channel,
Mhm.
and there's sort of two ways to navigate around YouTube. It's kind of a little bit confusing because some things will be over here under your picture or under, you know, your name, and then other things are over here under this menu.
I see.
And what is very deceptive is this home button. That's just everybody else's video.
Oh, so you don't want to go to home.
Home's really not that helpful.
Is
And
he Donald Davis?
Yeah, you can see, you know, you can see if you're just like looking for something to watch on TV before you go to sleep, you know. My father flew. That's why if you see all these airplane videos, my father flew airplanes, and I flew with him when I was, I guess probably, I don't know, I think he finally stopped flying when he was 78. Anyway, so I always flew with my dad a lot, and I actually miss flying because, you know, you're there, you're in a small space, there's certain things that you're usually in control, and when you're not, you're usually in deep doo-doo. So you don't have time to worry about whether you're in control or not. You're just trying to save your life. So anyway, so I watch if I want to go to sleep, I watch flying videos about air traffic control, or I can actually go to sleep with the sound of air traffic control talking in my ears, because that's how I spent like half of my childhood is with a pair of headphones on and listening to air traffic control. Anyway, what was all? But anyway, the home key is really not that helpful. The Explorer, you know, that's again, it's just basically a search engine, but you do have these tabs up at the top. Like this is one of you see, this is those tags that we put in a while ago.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, this is where those come up. Okay, and you notice that entertainment is not listed. Yeah. Oh, there is a public speaking. Okay. But anyway, so that's subscriptions. That's other people's videos that you've subscribed to, and library is videos that you have saved or you have played or that you have liked. Yeah. So anyway, so that's the most obvious menu. That's the most obvious menu, but that's not the one that you're going to be using most of the time. This one over here, your channel, that's your page. That's your creations right there. And you can look at the list of videos you have. You see with this one, I only have one video. And I've only got, there's two playlists. Liked videos is private, only I can see that. And then storytelling, and that is that playlist that I just started. And there's some people that have multiple channels,
Oh, good
and
grief.
because I mean, if I wanted to, I could split my stuff up into stand-up comedy channel and the storytelling channel, but my operation here is not that big, so um, I just
So,
have one channel.
so
Yes.
where, in which of the two different menus do you find the buttons for your profile and banner pictures?
That is once you actually get to your channel,
Uh-huh.
you can go either one of two ways. You can go to YouTube Studio, okay, or you can just click on Customize Channel, that big button that's sitting there,
Mhm.
Okay.
and that will take you in to the YouTube Studio. Okay, that's where I was before.
Right, right, I remember that one.
Yeah. Okay, and if you'll notice, here's the content award. This is my one and only video, and it gives you the status. It tells you how many people have looked at it. We've already got one viewer on there. Yay!
Wow.
And how many people have liked it. Okay. And then also it'll look, you can see the playlist, and you can add more playlists if you'd like. And you can also look at analytics, which are, you check. I haven't had any views. And you can also get an update on comments. This is if you start getting 60 or 80 or 100 videos out there, this will give you a chance to look at all the videos where people have commented, and that gives you the comments that have been published, which YouTube did not. You remember I told you to save your comments so that potentially inappropriate comments are held for your review. So this will give you the inappropriate comments they're questioning whether they should post them or not, and the ones that were automatically posted. And they're pretty picky. They post the comments that say great, fantastic, wonderful, or but they don't. If somebody writes a 4 or 5 sentence comment, they'll hold it and make sure that you review it before they post it.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, and I think it's probably going to come up. Let's see, copy, and it will tell you if there's any any of your videos have a copyright issue, and what and they'll tell you specifically what that copyright issue is. Okay, and again, monetization is not going to be a big issue for you until you get like 1,000 viewers, and so, but that's how a new channel looks. So I'm going to go ahead and just close this out. Goodbye, Cynthia. You look so beautiful. And you've got this link, so you know where the purple hair girl is, and the photo. I think I was talking about that. The profile photo is they're less picky about, as far as size goes and whether it's vertical or whatever, but the banner image, it has to be you see the size restrictions on that. Okay.
Like a regular photograph, pretty much. Right?
Yeah, and they really, really, really want, like, if you've taken a picture with your camera where you've got a full resolution photo saved on your hard drive, as opposed to say a photo that you've like downloaded from Facebook or downloaded off the web.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they want a full resolution photo, and it needs to be 5 megabytes or less. And the other thing that's very, very, very handy, and I'll show you all this on the Bottom Front Porch, because we've got so many musician videos up there, and they have given us permission to post those videos playing their songs. I put a watermark on, and again, there's a few size restrictions on that. They want a small photo or a little tiny logo of some kind. So, all right, so we're going to close this window. Now, and we'll play the Eurythmics here in a few minutes again if we want to. Here's the video that I played. You'll have to look that one up too. Let me see. Michael Reno Harrell And it's really funny video. I'll put that in our chat also. Oh, where's my chat button? Where's my chat button, y'all? I've lost my Zoom chat
Is
button.
it not way down at the bottom?
No,
Hmm.
it says pause. Maybe it's not. I'm gonna stop share for a second. There it is.
Yeah,
It's not,
Yeah.
you can't chat and share at the same time. I didn't know that.
that makes sense.
Okay, so I'm Here Homebound is by Michael Reno Harrell. Okay, MRH, y'all can remember that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll have to watch that. It's very, very funny. It's one of those songs that got me through the COVID. whenever I was, because I'm an extrovert, that's, obvious, right? Whenever I'd start feeling lonesome or a little bit sad, or, had hugged the dog 27 times in the last hour and he was getting tired of me, I would play Michael Reno's Harold's song. I need to actually write him and tell him that. Marva, do we know Marva? Marva, are you there?
I know Marva.
Okay, good. I
Yes.
was hoping we weren't getting the streaker or something.
No, no, Marva's good.
Okay, good.
She's North Carolina storyteller.
Okay, good. Hello, Marva. Welcome, Marva. All right, so let me go back to our second page. I'm gonna. Does anybody need a break or a stretch? It's about 8:15.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take a 2-minute break and go to the restroom. So y'all go grab a glass of water and take your time. I'm gonna go grab some water and go to the restroom. I'm so glad that rain quit. It was a little scary this afternoon. Nancy, you doing all right tonight?
I am. I just realized I left my water over there.
Go get it. I'm gonna get my next window up here.
Yeah, we have a desk, but it's right in the same room as where we watch TV. And so whenever I do a Zoom meeting, I come to one of the bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
That means I set up this little tray like you use when somebody's sick and put my laptop on it. And that's all well and good, except for that the minute I start to move around, I have to do this and I'm making people seasick. And then of course my cats are often like, why are you paying attention to that instead of me? Because this is the little one right now. She's over here going,
Oh,
What is this all about? Say hello, Roxy. Say hi, everybody.
oh, Lila, so pretty.
She's a
Oh my
bit.
gosh, she's gorgeous,
She's
Sylvia.
adorable.
Oh, oh, how beautiful. I've got one that uh I've got two that are photo bombers. You know, if I'm ever doing a Zoom bombers, if
Right.
I'm ever doing Zoom, you can guarantee that either Allie or Baby,
Right.
and then sometimes they take turns. You know,
Mhm.
there's and Baby is the like the matriarch of the family.
Mhm.
She's the cat that I've had the longest, and
Oh,
she owns me. You know,
yeah, I know. Big
and
D owns me.
yeah, I'm her baby, and she's my baby, and but I am her baby. She tells me this quite often, and she washes me and all that stuff. So and then the other one is Allie, and Allie is just a little tiny 6-pound whippersnapper girl, you know, and
Yeah, Roxy's
but it never. She's also very cold natured, so if it gets at least a bit chilly, she wants to get close, and
Mhm.
you know, so
They're so cute.
yeah, so I don't know how many Zooms I've done, either holding Baby or holding, you know, holding Allie.
I'm using a ring light, and I'm trying to see how it will work the best.
Well, you know, am not I'm not a big fan of ring lights.
I'm not either, and it
I
works
because
really well to hold my phone if I'm videoing, but
Yeah, and I
it's a
think
little
that
bright.
I think that they sort of wash you. I think they wash your face out, you
I
know.
think so
Not
too. That's better right there.
Yeah, it's like I usually put a lamp on one side or maybe of me or the other, and I put a white tablecloth on the table underneath me,
Oh, that's interesting.
and that sort of bounces the light back up on my face, and um and that way, you know, I mean, I'm actually, this is the indoor stage at the Bynum front porch, but I don't have the stage lights on.
Right.
I've just got like a, you know, a pole lamp
Well,
beside
I
me.
also have a lamp on, so to soften it, but
Yeah, yeah. Um, and it's important to have a lot of the time. Now, some of the ring lights you can adjust the color
yeah, you can on this
from
one.
warm to, you know, like 2000K to like 6000K daylight. The if you think about a kitchen light, a fluorescent kitchen light like everybody used to have over their sink, that was that
Mhm.
bright white, or the grocery store lights, the
Mhm.
bright white fluorescence, that really makes you look bluish.
Blue.
Yeah. And so
This
it's
one has a warmer,
it
like
doesn't.
incandescent light. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah.
little better.
Yeah. So I think incandescent, or like 3000K or 3600K is
Okay.
better than like a 6000 day, what they call daylight, or a blue white daylight.
Right.
Yeah.
I
So
ap- I apologize. I need to leave.
okay.
Very, very good information, and I'll be looking forward to the link so I can catch on the recording what I've missed.
Okay, good. And thank you for checking in with us before you left, and letting me know that, you know, I wasn't driving you crazy.
Oh, no, 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 not at all. My knee is
Really
driving me
interesting.
crazy, and I can't concentrate anymore.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I
So
feel you so
thank you
bad.
so much for all the information, and like I said, I'll look forward to the video. Thank you.
Nice to
Okay.
meet you,
And
Jenna.
it may be I've actually got to travel tomorrow, so it may be a couple days before I get the PDFs to y'all with the screenshots, because I want to go through the video and watch it and make sure that I've got all the screenshots. You know, we might have actually, you know, got something out of order or whatever. So
Yeah.
It's all good.
Take
Thank you
care,
so much.
Janelle.
Good to see you all.
Good to
take
see
care,
you,
darling. Get
Janelle.
you some ibuprofen.
I am.
Here,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Yeah, I was packing this afternoon going, okay, there's like 16 ibuprofen in there. And I'm like, that's not enough. And it's like, you know, I make sure that I'm going to be gone for 16 days. So I've got 16 days worth of ibuprofen, and I got 16 days worth of Tylenol. We got it covered. All right. Okay, so let me go back to screen share. Thank y'all for being such a great audience / students here. Yeah, there we go. I think I got the right screen this time.
During the break, I told my husband, watch out, world. I'm learning how to do a YouTube channel.
Right.
So this is Cindy Raxter. All 12 subscribers. This is the real Cindy Raxter. Most places I'm Cynthia Raxter, but at one point in time, the Cynthia Raxter YouTube page got hacked, and so she had to shut down for a little while, and that's why I have a Cindy Raxter YouTube page as opposed like everywhere else I'm Cynthia Raxter on Twitter and all those YouTube and LinkedIn I'm Cynthia. Well, YouTube I'm Cindy because Cynthia got hacked for a while, and yeah, so let me. So this is my. I'm going to go to the customized channel, that big blue button. And actually, I think we got it right here. There we are. Okay. And this is, I've actually got that wardrobe review video up because I just posted it. So been wanting people to see it. And this is one of my favorite little short, quick featured video for returning subscribers. I try to make sure that these are called the featured videos. I try to make sure that these are fairly short most of the time. Some of my stories run for 25 or 30 minutes, and they're more like epic tales. And even though I think they're funny, at least, people don't usually stick around on YouTube for 25 or 30 minutes watching something. So I try to make sure that I have 2 fairly short videos for the whoever's the teasers, and here you can pick your sections of this is what appears on your page below the I'll go back here so you can see where this is at. You're going to see this information here. Okay, so it's uploads. It's what I've got featured and featured channels. And if I had any short videos, which are, I think that's equivalent to the Twitch or the Periscope on Twitter, like maybe like a 9-second video. I'm not sure what the definition of a short video is. That's something new that YouTube has developed to answer the Twitch phenomena, which I think are like 10-second videos or something. So anybody here on Twitch? I'm not on Twitch.
And we wonder why the children have no attention span.
Oh, it's yeah. And we had a fundraising letter, and it was like a page, about 5 paragraphs. And I said, guys, this has got to be cut. There's nobody going to read 5 paragraphs, And we got it down to 3 paragraphs with about 5 sentences each, which I would actually like to make it shorter than that, but yeah. And the same thing with like our webpage. We went through the last of the Biden Front Porch webpage the last couple of months and just weeded and weeded and weeded and weeded. It's like we had, this much text. Nobody's going to read that much text. We made sure it was like 5 sentences. It's 5 sentences now. Yeah.
If you assign 5 paragraphs or 3 paragraphs with 5 sentences each to 5th graders, they will act like you're trying to kill them.
Yes. And and they say that as far as posting videos, that they should be less than 10 minutes, 15 minutes max. And most of my stories are longer than that.
Yeah.
So I just accept that somebody's going to watch about 6 or 8 minutes of it, and I'm happy with that. That's fine. And I know when I'm performing in person, I can hold an audience for 25 minutes. But if it's on video, it helps a lot if you have multiple cameras on the videos. And the Biden Front Porch, I'll put a link for that also. But we do use, when we do the live streaming with Biden Front Porch, we use a minimum of 3 cameras. So,
Gives different views and keeps people's eyes.
yeah, and we set them up. We do not put them dead on front, because
Right.
that's where most people, like if they're filming storytelling, they'll put that camera front and center and film you dead on straight. Don't do that. Get the camera to the right, or the same with the light. Don't put it dead on straight on your face. Put it to the right, put it to the left. And we actually put one camera on the back corner back here and film them from behind. And then we're switching about at least every 10 seconds to a different camera. Luckily, we have a really good interface for our streaming called a Sling Studio, and I can actually set it up. I can add up to 4 cameras at once, and I can automatically have it switch between those cameras like every 8 seconds. And that's the videos that we get the most traffic on. So it's you can the Sling Studio is about $1,000, but you can actually do it with a free software called OBS with a laptop. It just takes a little bit more technical savvy to run the OBS than it does to run the Sling Studio. So, but it's $1,000 with savvy. So, okay. So we've got our customized channel, and you can pick what playlist you want to feature, what videos you want to feature, and that's like doing your profile picture and your banner across the top. It helps if you've got this information personalized. Make sure your best material is front and center. And then if you look at this, you'll notice on my channel content, we've got social media for storytellers, Facebook, social media for storytellers, Messenger. Okay. If you go over here, this is my, whoops, I'm gonna close that window. If I'm done with it, I'm closing it. This is the list of all the videos I have uploaded to Cindy Raxter.
Wow.
Okay. There's these 2 videos right here are private. If you go to this list, this public list, those 2 Instagram and Facebook videos are not there. So that's really, really helpful. When you get here, let's see, I think we don't need this anymore. We're gonna close that one. Okay. My playlist, I'll go more into the content here in a minute, but my playlist, social media workshops. So when you get on one of those social media workshops as a North Carolina Storytelling Guild member, you'll get an offer to be shown the rest of them. Bynum Front Porch, this is the different music videos that we have, the different people that have performed at Bynum Front Porch. And there's sometimes that a pub or a brewery or an Irish restaurant, a pub, whatever, a home spot will call me and say, hey, do you do stand-up comedy and storytelling? Do you like work in pubs or work in bars? And I said, oh yes, I do. And I'll send them a link to this playlist, which is my more, I won't call it racier stuff, but it's just the stuff where I talk about my underwear sometimes.
It's more for a bar crowd.
It's more for a bar crowd. It's stuff that it's about drunk caroling, this video here is about drunk caroling. And
I love it.
and this is a story about a dog named Harley and a girl named Tiffany. There's the story about my bra and my underwear, and this is about a funny incident that actually happened in a bar. So and here's one that's my mom. I talk about my mom's passion for ACC sports and basketball, and so that's always a big hit in the bar. Yeah. So anyway, so I give them the and this is my raciest material. I talk about having a physical at the doctor's office one day, and y'all will appreciate this as ladies. They give you that little paper nightgown thing to put on,
Yeah.
the paper towel thing to put on. And for some reason they told me to take off all my clothes, including my underwear, and to put on this gown. And I put on that gown, and the first thing is it busts into like 1,000 pieces because it's not big enough for me. And so there's pieces and parts of me coming out all over. And the other thing is it only came down to my waist. They had given me one of the short ones. So I'm sitting there on the end of the examination table trying to hold this piece of little bitty tiny piece of of paper towel together, because there was like, I had one, as I say in the triannual physical bit, I had one hand on this booby trying to hold the paper towel on it. I had another hand on this booby trying to hold the paper towel on it. And the nether regions, the lower isthmus, was just hanging out in the wind, y'all, just hanging out in the wind. It's a big hit in the bar, let me tell you. I go all into, trying to get a specimen in a little bitty tiny cup, and anyway, I still laugh about it myself, and you're not supposed to laugh at yourself, but I do all the time.
Okay.
So anyway, so you get the idea of different. You can have storytellers for children if you do ghost stories. People call me all the time wanting me to do stories about fairies, or doing stories about, in a garden, or, just, there's a show. This is everybody that performed that night at that show. So, so when I send out emails saying, hey, these videos are up on YouTube, I can send them a link, not just a one video or a series of 10 videos. I can just send them a list. I can just send them a link to the playlist, and the playlist will play all the videos that we took that night. So it's the playlists are very, very handy.
Yeah.
And you again see that some of them are public and some of them are private, and some of them are unlisted. So, all right. So we've done playlist. Y'all got the idea about playlist, and you see the impact of tags. So we're covered on that. And now we are actually going to, on this video, Cynthia Raxter and Willis. This is a little commercial that we shot for a show, and I'm going to actually play that for y'all's enjoyment here. This is my dog.
She's a cutie.
He's a sweetie.
He's
a big, huge a puppy, though, let me tell you. Whoops, I'm sorry, it's green. That's because the bandwidth is low right now. Okay, so that's a cute little, 30-second video or something like that. I really like that. I get to see my little dog, Whoops, what in the world? Sorry, y'all, I don't know where I'm at. Okay.
That sounded pretty good.
Yeah, that's, you can see that's one of our little, oh, I don't know what's going on here. Okay. But we've got that video, and it tells about the show that's coming up on Saturday. And we put this out I don't remember, May 20th of 2020. So that means that somebody's going to have to go look at my YouTube channel and try to figure out where that show's at with Juno. They love Joe Newberry. They want to see Joe Newberry, and they probably want to see, Willis again. And, they might actually want to see my story. So it's really, really helpful if we're able to actually, at the very, very end of the video, link them to the show that I was talking about.
Right.
You get it. So I click that this is one of my videos. You can't do this to anyone else's videos. You can only do it to your own. And let's see here. You just click on edit video. Okay. And you see the other things you've got here to work with. You've got the share button, which is, easy. Here's the comments. Like I said, there's no many comments. And we've had 32 views. Considering I've only got 12 subscribers, 32 views is not too bad. I've got to really work on my YouTube channel. I work on my Facebook channel, a Facebook page a lot, but I don't work on YouTube a lot. And I really have got to correct that. So, but this is the other information that's on that video. But you just click on that edit video. And so if you need to change information, such as I wanted to say, Bynum Front Porch show, and make that a little shorter. Remember what I said about, keep it under 25 characters? Well, I've got 52. So we can fix that. Make it just a little bit shorter. Okay. So, and you can see here are our thumbnails. Since this has been, right now the thumbnail is Willis looking away from the camera. You see, this is that little billboard that's going to be showed to everybody if they're looking at the list of videos that they might want to watch. So we'll switch this to is that a good picture of Willis? Yeah, that's a little fuzzy. It's not quite clear. Let's see, how about this one?
That one.
That doesn't look too bad. We'll go with that one. Okay. I could also save within the video. I could save a screen or do a screen capture and upload a thumbnail if I wanted to, or I could upload a thumbnail of Willis that's really clear and you could see him a lot better, or me and Willis together. You can make it as fancy as you want. And this might not be, maybe I want to add this to the playlist for pub gigs so people will get the idea. Okay. And this is also, since this is sort of a commercial, I'm going to put it under the playlist previews for Bynum Front Porch Live and Rocking, because that's what the show that we were doing was called Live and Rocking, which is sort of a variety show with storytelling, music, and a couple of bad jokes.
So Cynthia, everything on this list is something you typed in when you were making a playlist, correct?
That's correct. Yes. Yes. The only playlists that are generated by YouTube are playlists that you have uploaded, your most popular playlist, and videos that you have liked.
Okay.
And those.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And of course, the uploaded and most popular or public playlist videos that you have liked are private playlists. Okay. And you see here we have help for storytellers. And I also have I love the book, The Hungry Caterpillar. And so I have a series of different people reading the book called The Hungry Caterpillar. And the guy that did the guy that did The Hungry Caterpillar also wrote a bunch of other books that are very
Carl, yeah.
Yeah. And I love his artwork. And so I
Right.
actually have the Hungry Caterpillar playlist, and I actually made that for my nephews, but I haven't said it's public. So if anybody, wants to.
Right. As an elementary art teacher, I had kids do an Eric Carle style insect, and we had so much fun with that.
Oh,
I let them finger paint paper and we cut it out and made bugs. It was lots of fun.
Oh, that's great. And his stuff is so colorful, and it just makes me, it just makes,
Me
I,
too.
talking about art, when I could do it public, before COVID, I did storytelling at farmers markets and fairs and festivals. And I would just have like a shade tin, a pop-up, and we would have finger paints or watercolors or markers. Uh, if you are just sitting there under a pop-up in a chair with a blanket, people don't know what you're doing there. But if you put
Right.
crayons and coloring books out in front of you, or watercolors and paper, kids are like, "Oh, art," or
Yes, well.
art or something. And then kids will sit down and color or do the watercoloring, and then I'll tell stories while they work on their art. And
It's wonderful, yeah.
yeah, and so and especially with a lot of the farmers markets kids, they're homeschooled, and so we get to do art. They look forward to that Thursday afternoon art with Aunt
I'll
Cindy.
bet. Yeah, yeah.
And I always had the best time there. And kids are so complimentary. They're like, "You're the best artist." I'm like, "Oh no, I'm
Well, they used
you."
to say, "You're an artist, Miss CJ." That's what I was called. And I'd go, "Well, see, you kind of have to be an artist before you can teach art." Hello.
And then, I would draw a picture of a dog or something, or a cat, and it's not quite the round, with the pointy ears and the whiskers, but it's not much beyond a stick figure, and they go, "Oh, you're the best artist."
And that's great because kids are like that. Yep. They're
It's
happy
just
to be
they're
with
just so. And one little kid one morning, he asked me, he says, "Am I doing this right?" He was using, it's the first time he'd ever had watercolors.
you. Sure.
And I said, "You know what? The great thing about art is, no matter how you're doing it right." And I said,
There you go.
everything in your life, there is a right and wrong way. Even if you're making scrambled eggs, if you get the stove too hot, or burn them, the scrambled eggs are not going to be good. So, but art, it doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you're doing it right. And that's the magic of art.
That's great.
And so, and it was just, I mean, it was just one of those grand moments, things like that's the reason we're here. So, so I'm going to move along here. I'd like to talk.
Yeah, I had a 4-year-old who I would tell her something to do for the project we were working on, and I'd walk away to another child and to talk to them about theirs, and she would go, "I'm done." So I would come back and tell her the next thing to do, and I'd be walking around. "I'm done." She was on point. Every time she did one part, she was ready for the next instruction.
Yeah,
I love kids like that.
I've told stories to autistic kids and also to deaf kids that had
Oh,
issues,
wow.
and
Wow.
yeah, it's. I've also told stories to 2-year-olds. So
Oh boy. Yeah.
yeah, somebody said that doing stand up in bars is really hard, and I said, "Oh no, storytelling to 2-year-olds is really hard." Okay, so you can see here, if you want to change, if you've got a video that you've been working on, or a story that you've been working on, and you say, "Okay, really, actually, I'm going to make that public," or you can swap things around, or if you come up with a new version you like better, you can hide something or whatever.
Wow.
You can check the subtitles. Like I said, I just basically let YouTube do that. One of the important things, this is one of our last things for tonight, is the end screen. Where I told you that here we were talking about the video, the show that was going to come up. This was posted on May 20th of 2020, and the show was coming up May 23rd. This end screen is, you can add, number one, you can add a button that says subscribe to Cindy Raxter,
Oh.
and the end screens automatically go on the last 20 seconds of the video. You can make them shorter. It's like sometimes people are, especially if I've got a music show that somebody's done, they play the last note and then they count to 3 and they cut the video. And so there's no extra cushion. So I really don't want, the subscribe to Bynum to show up over them singing Amazing Grace or something like that. so I'll hold it down to like the last 5 seconds, but by default, it's these end screen, these little, they call them end screens. I think of them more as like credits or,
Yeah.
or the next video coming.
Mhm.
That's what an end screen is. And they have something they call cards, which this means, I call it end cards a lot of times. End cards is not right, it's end screens. And so this is the ending screens, if you think of it that way. And you can say the most recently uploaded. So that new video that I just posted about the wardrobe review, which pop up at the end of the video with me and Willis.
Wow.
Or you can choose a specific video and you can look up other people's videos. Okay. And
Wow.
in this case, I'm going to see if I can find it. Because I remembered I said Joe Newberry was there.
Mhm.
Right here,
There you go.
there is the show that I'm talking about in that little
Oh,
commercial.
cool.
Yeah. And so you can add more if you want. And you can actually send them to a channel. Like I would send them to Bynum Front Porch's channel. Whoops. Typing. I should have taken typing. We just hit 100 subscribers. I'm so happy about that.
Cool.
So anyway, so we'll go back and I'll let you look at that. We're going to save this. They should let us save it. What does it not like? Why is, if you'll notice, channel element is missing a custom. Oh, you have to put on there.
Custom message. Oh.
Yeah, you have to. They will, if it doesn't give you a save button, look for the red. This is a good lesson. So this is channel edison. It's missing message. That save button's grayed out. So something's wrong. Okay, so what was I going to type? Okay, a general store. Oh, and I've got my caps lock on.
Oh. Oh, cool.
Yeah, you don't have to put a lot, just a little bit. It's that's a customized message. Again, that's just sort of a teaser. And so that's ready. Now you see the blue button is saved. And let's see how fast that will appear. And if you click on show more down here, this below the thumbnail, the playlist, the audience restrictions, all of those, see all those beautiful tags that I've got on there? The recording date, on and on and on and on and on. And
That's
this
my anniversary.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
May 17th is my anniversary.
Oh, cool, cool. And this one I actually put under comedy because I thought it was kind of funny. Anyway, so just always when it says see more or more settings, always click on more. It's just a good rule, good rule of thumb when it comes to the internet. Cards, which is I think is very deceptive, but like if you put that actually pops up in the middle of the video and you can specify when you want that to pop up.
Wow.
Okay. And that pops up at the top. Like if somebody's got a YouTube video on how to make scrambled eggs, they'll say, you can also watch then in the middle of it, they'll say, you can also watch my video on how to make French toast. And they'll go, the link for it is right up here. And they'll point and a little banner will appear at the top of the video that says make French toast with Cindy. Yeah. So there you go. So that's what a card is. Like I said, a lot of times I myself get confused. I call cards,
And
I call them screens, and it's called screens cards, you know. So just end screens. That's the screens that are at the end. So, and I'm going to close that because I don't want that on there. Okay. All right. So we're going to go past that. All right. And also, YouTube is really, really good. Whenever you edit something, it won't let you move on to the next page without clicking save. It will stop you and say, so if you're doing 3 or 4 different things, you're working on a video and you're looking at the comments on it, the adding playlist, adding it to playlist, or adding hashtags, or just checking to see how it looks, it always asks you to save before you go to the next screen. So if your computer glitches out, or your internet drops or whatever, you don't lose all of this beautiful stuff that you've done. Ooh. All right, ladies. That's the fast and furious version of YouTube.
I have one quick question, Cynthia.
Yes, ma'am.
Lonnie, my friend I live with, he has a YouTube channel for
Yes.
his writing, and he said they now are putting ads on it. And I just said something to him during the break, and he said, you said it's $20 a month for the premiere, which I guess he doesn't
Yes.
have.
No, it's opposite of that's. As me as an individual, because I've got a premium subscription, it
Okay.
doesn't show me ads. But if somebody goes to my videos and are watching my videos, before they see my videos, they're going to see an ad if they don't have premium. It's
Oh, I see.
yes,
If
yes,
they don't have premium.
right.
Okay.
So if you don't want to, waste 30 seconds every time you want to watch a video on YouTube by watching a commercial, then you can get premium. And I think it's about $20.
You said a year.
A year.
Yeah.
I get it through Google, so Google Drive. So I can look that up and send y'all that information on it, a message with your email addresses.
Okay.
But anyway, it's not to keep people from seeing ads on before my videos. It's for me to not see ads before I watch mine or anyone else's videos.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. And so, and the only other big thing that we didn't really go into is editor. And I'm just going to give y'all a little quick. We're 8:55. I'll just give you a little quick. If you've got a video that you've shot with your cell phone,
You can
and
take parts
you
out.
actually you can do this on your cell phone.
Yeah, you can. I've done that before.
Yeah, you can what's called trim. You can cut off, like at the beginning where you're jiggling the phone and you're getting up from the couch and you're pushing the buttons and then you're sitting back down. And so there's a little bit of there where you're sitting down or whatever.
Right.
So you can trim that off. And basically, I will look a video on how to trim or how to do a split or a cut. And I will, when I send the screenshots to y'all, I'll send you list for training. This is more than I can go into in 5 minutes, but just know that if there is a part that you want to cut out, or if there is a jiggle at the beginning, or you rushing at the end to get to turn off the camera, don't worry, you can cut that out.
Yeah, and I did videos on my phone for an audition for something, and you had to upload it to the people. And I didn't want that part where I was going up to turn off the button. And so, yeah, I found that by accident, but it's wonderful.
And also, if you've got something like a distraction in the background, like a big painting or something that's coming out of your head, you can blur parts of the video. Or if you need to like obscure a child's face or something like that, you can do that. Or it's like if you're performing in front of children and they, it's usually, if I think there's a Donna Washington video or a picture where she's standing in front of an audience of about 500 children and on stage, and she's holding her arms out. It's like if you've got 100 children in the audience, and you're Donna Washington, you don't need to blur out those children's faces because nobody can really see them because they're all minuscule.
Right.
But if you've got 20 kids from a daycare in front of you and there's a picture, you probably want to close out those children's faces. Yeah, that's just unless you have permission from their parents to show it. So, but you see here's our end cards or end screens. I'm gonna write that 20 times on a blackboard so I'll remember it. But you'll see there's subscribe to Cindy Ragstra, my video channel, my YouTube channel, video for Joe Newberry, Eric Bannon, and me, and also a link to the channel for Bynum Front Porch. That's a very, very handy thing, those end screens.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, y'all, thank you so much.
Thank you. My goodness. So much information.
Yes,
Exciting.
thank you so much, Cynthia. This
Oh,
was
you're
great.
very welcome.
Yes.
I really thoroughly enjoyed teaching this, and this is the first time that I have taught this, by the way, and
Wow.
and the first time when I did the instant messenger and the Instagram, it's the first time I had taught classes on Facebook before. I used to do that at the Health Sciences Library because it was we gave classes to faculty and to med students and to dentists and so forth, because Facebook is a great place for patient education. So if you've got a page on Facebook and you're a dentist, you can do a lot of patient education on that page. And
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate
you're
it.
very
I've
welcome.
got to go.
I hope you
All
come
right.
to
Bye-bye.
Bynum soon.
Bye,
Bye.
Good
everyone.
to see you.
Yeah, good to
Bye.
see you
Bye,
too.
Marva. I'll see you a couple days.
And like I said, don't forget there's office hours, or if you have a burning question, to send me a text.
Okay.
Okay, we
Thanks.
appreciate that very much. Got to run.
Okay.
Bye,
good
bye,
night.
bye, Sylvia. Good to see you.
Right, bye, Donna. Bye, Marva.
Bye, Marva. Marva must not have her ring light on tonight. All right, Sylvia, you take care, darling. It's good to see you.